Hello everybody, this is Jason Roten with Primitive Life Training, and today I want to talk about a little plant I like, shamrocks. Shamrocks are an edible plant that grows just about anywhere in the United States. Definitely grows here in the southeastern part. It is a type of clover. If you can notice, if it'll focus in, let me see if I can get it to focus in on these little pods here. They look like little bitty small okras. They'll get up to about a quarter to a half inch long. They have 3 leaves, heart shaped. Let's see. This little yellow flower here, right here, that is one of the growths on a shamrock plant. They grow, like I said, just about anywhere. Very high in vitamin C. They have sort of a lemony, sour taste, and every bit of this plant is edible. I used to eat them all the time as a kid. They're great in salads. And the best part about them is most of the time they just grow everywhere. Yards up against your house, fields that aren't real grown over. And I mean, you can eat them raw, cooked. I like the pods. They're real extra sour, I guess. The leaves, stems. I usually don't eat the roots, and I don't really eat the big stems. Nothing wrong with it. I just don't prefer to eat them raw. But they're just like any other clover. Pretty much edible. Some are better cooked than raw, but they got a real good taste to them. They, like I said, kind of sour but lemony taste. So once again, shamrocks, a lot of people call them wood sorrel. Excellent wild edible that can be found just about anywhere. Trying to give you some real good close-up views of it so that you can see exactly what it looks like. As long as you see these little pods, it'll be a flower at first, and then they'll turn into those little okra-like pods. And you can just pick them out anywhere you see these little yellow flowers like that. That's them. Later on, you'll be able to pick them out and notice them by the amount of pods. they really start growing fast in the late spring and early summer. And like I said, you'll just generally find them everywhere. That there is some clovers. I'm gonna do quite a few videos on some a lot of southeastern plants that I know and I've used and I've eaten. Some I haven't eaten, I've just used them for medical purposes, but I'm going to try to do as many of them as I can and put them on Facebook for y'all, and I hope y'all enjoy. This is Jason Rote with Primitive Life Training. Hope you enjoy. Hello, I'm back again. This is Jason Rote with Primitive Life Training. Trying to just sort of go through my yard and show some of the different types of plants that you can find here in the southeastern United States. We really have a broad base of or diversity of wild edible plants that can be used medicinally at different types of the year. I had posted a post on Facebook on the group about plantain and its many uses, and I just wanted to show, I hadn't mowed this part of the yard yet, and there are some plantain plants beginning to come up. Some people had asked, how common is plantain? Well, it's pretty common, and you don't always see it because you don't know what you're looking for, but it's in its first stages right now, so I'm gonna let you kind of get a look at that and get some up close looking at it. I've picked away the little plants around it and grass and stuff so that you can get a better look at it. But this here is plantain. Right now it's about 4 inches tall. You can see the basal leaves down there at the bottom and how the stalk looks. Kind of hairy, fuzzy, I'd say. These will not stick in you, but they rub off fairly easy if you rub them. The stalk is slick afterwards once you get those hairs rubbed off like that. There you go. It's got a little cap at the top that is trying to get it to focus in for you. Sort of yellowish brown and green colored. Now this plant can be used for cuts, scrapes, burns, snake bites, spider bites, poison ivy. It won't necessarily dry it out, but it'll help take some of the pain and itch away from it. And you just, you pull the plant out and you just basically utilize every part of this. You can crush the leaves up for snake bites and spider bites, the stalk and the cap here, the tea. You can drink for ailments that you may have internally. It's a good plant to use to stop bleeding. So and that's right here in my yard, and most people, they see this plant and they think, well, it's just it's just a weed, so mow over it, whatever. But if you were ever wondering or did wonder just exactly how to locate it, that's just how easy it is. And as you see, I'm just steps away from my house, so things like this that grow in your yard, if you have to, you can utilize them. You can use them for your advantage. There's several other plants just sitting right here where I'm at that I could show you in this video, but I'm going to do a separate video on each one of them. So again, this is Jason Roten with Primitive Life Training. I hope you enjoy. I had made a post in the group about rabbit tobacco, and here is some growing. If I can get everything mashed down around it, you can see distinctly. Alright, this is rabbit tobacco right here. Tea from the leaves and this flower type can be drank for asthma. You can smoke it. It won't make you euphoric or anything like that. But that will also help with asthma. Burning it as a incense will help asthma. It is part of the sage family, I believe. I'm not real familiar with the scientifics of it, but I do know its basic medicinal uses, and what we used it for was a tobacco substitute when we were younger. We would find this. It grows up to about 3.5 to 4 feet tall. These leaves here will die and become grayish and brownish and hang. Like you can harvest this just like you would tobacco. Pull it up and hang it upside down, let it dry, and I mean, it's something to smoke if you don't have tobacco. But the main thing is the tea from this does help asthma. Helps to I guess open the bronchial tubes. I'm not real sure, but I mean, you see just a little cluster of it right here. It's got a grayish stalk, grayish green looking stalk. In the springtime, the leaves are green with a lighter green underneath. They have these little flowering tops, and each leaf is connected to the stem alternately, like that. One here, then on the other side a little bit further up, and they all join to and become part of the stem. So that is sweet everlasting or rabbit tobacco. And this is Jason Roten with Primitive Life Training. Hope you enjoy. Okay guys, first part of that I didn't talk, I just filmed. The Tulip Poplar. This one's in my yard. You can notice the very distinct M shape. Sort of looks like a tulip. They have these pretty little yellow, orange, and green flowers that bloom on them. And you can take these flowers and the little buds that grow on these trees. Trying to get it to focus in for you. You just kind of peel that first layer back if you want to. You don't have to. If you got a good mortar, you can crush them up. You know, just mashing them up like that right there in your hand. You know, getting that juice from that on something. It sort of acts like Neosporin. I think I got a little bit of a touch of poison ivy, so I'm gonna try it out on that. I scratched it a while ago and got it bleeding. So anyway, you can mash these up, just pulverize them, the flowers too, in a mortar, and you can add beeswax if you want to. You can just use it like it is, just like if you was doing plantain or something. I use things like this for sunburns, cuts, anything like that. It's not really astringent, but excuse me, it is very healing, sort of like Neosporin in a way. Anyway, that's the Tulip Poplar. If you notice, in the video I showed the bark and where the limbs come out of the tree and everything, how the bark was rough like on the trunk and then was more slick on the limbs. The dead limb, you notice, had the bark peeling off of it, revealing the wood inside. So basically that's pretty much it. I was going to read what the Peterson Field Guide said about it, and you know, sort of see what it says and how it presents it and everything. So give me just a minute and I'll be on that. Alright, let me see if I can get this to focus in for you. Anyway, it says tulip tree, but it's a tulip poplar. I can't pronounce that scientific name. Part of the magnolia family, up to 100 feet. Let's see, leaves spicy, 4-lobe, apex notch, flowers to 2-inch long, tulip-like green to greenish yellow or yellow-orange flowers, May to June, where found most soils from Massachusetts to Florida, Louisiana, east to Arkansas, Illinois to Michigan. The American Indians use bark tea for indigestion, dysentery, rheumatism, pinworms, fevers, and in cough syrups externally as a wash on fractured limbs, wounds, boils, snake bites. Green bark chewed as an aphrodisiac, stimulant. Bark tea a folk remedy for malaria, toothaches, ointment from buds used on burns, inflammation, crushed leaves, poultice for headaches. So, there you go. That's Peterson's Field Guide to Medicinal Plants. All the plants that I have found and identified, I have through this book. So, as you can see, I've used it a lot. About time for a new copy, but anyway, and it's for the eastern and central United States, and they got them for southwest and northwest and everything. So, alright, well, this is Jason Roten with Primitive Life